Hey guys, it's Gary, the legal tip about terminating after the repair addendum. So the question I've had recently, particularly since the South Carolina Realtors contract, statewide contract has gone to a due diligence, is that once we submit the repair addendum, if that first addendum is agreed to, is that it? Is the contract now set? Can the buyer still back out? Can they ask for more repairs? So the answer is it really depends on which contract you're using. So in South Carolina, as we've talked about, there's three contracts. You got the Hilton Head contract used down on the coast. You've got the CCRA contract, which is the Central Carolina Realtors Association contract here in the Midlands. And then you have the state contract, which is the South Carolina Realtor contract, also known as the SCR contract. Under the CCRA contract, let's talk about that one first. Once you submit a repair addendum, it does not end your due diligence. The only thing that ends your due diligence period under the CCRA contract is the expiration of the 10 days. Now, if in your request for repairs as a buyer, you want to put in there that these are the repairs we're asking for, and this hereby would end the due diligence period, that is certainly fine that a buyer can do that in the repair addendum to make the offer of repairs a little more attractive to the seller. As a seller, you could come back and accepting the repair addendum, say, yes, provided this ends the due diligence process. But under CCRA, just because you submit one repair addendum request does not end due diligence, nor does it end your right to cancel the contract. The rationale behind that is if I do an inspection of your home and find out there's a massive issue with it, I need to be able to know whether you're going to even repair that issue before I go and do the other minor inspections, maybe a CL 100 or a HVAC that might not show as much of a dollar figure damage as the initial one. So I should be able to ask you to say, hey, are you going to fix this? If you're not going to fix it, then there's no reason for me to move forward. But if you're going to fix that, then I want to go ahead with the rest of my due diligence. And if you actually say, yes, I'm going to do it, and then I go for the rest of my due diligence and find other issues, I have the right to terminate the contract still. Now, under the Hilton Head contract, they don't really have a due diligence provision per se. They have paragraph 8, and it's an inspection provision where you can put in there how long the inspection period is going to be and what repairs are going to be done under that paragraph 8. But so because they don't have that due diligence period, it doesn't really tell you once you ask for those repairs under paragraph 8, whether you are, that's it or not. So if I'm in Hilton Head in any addendum I'm doing asking for repairs, I'm stating yes or no, whether this ends the repair procedure or the inspection procedure. And this is my full and final request for repairs under paragraph 8, because only those items under paragraph 8 can be asked for under that Hilton Head contract in the first place. Now, under the state contract, the new state contract, the answer is probably not. Once you ask for those repairs, you're probably done. And if the seller accepts them and agrees to them, that pretty much locks you in as a buyer and the contract moves forward and you can't terminate, nor can you ask for any more repairs. The reason I say probably is because it's all based on the repair addendum. And if you're using form 525 as your repair addendum, it says in there, this hereby ends your due diligence period. So when you ask for those repairs, that ends it. Now, you could modify that or submit a different type of repair request where it says, these are the repair requests we're asking right now. This hereby does not complete our due diligence provision or end our inspection rights. You could do that, or the seller could agree, you and the seller could agree that, yes, I'll make these repairs and you still have the due diligence period to do any other one. So those could be contractually changed, but right now as Form 525 sits, it appears that no, once you ask for those repairs, you can't ask for anything else. And once they say yes, you're locked in a contract and will not be able to terminate under that provision. So I hope that helps you guys out. I know it's a little bit long of a legal tip, but that's a very important topic we're getting a lot and you need to know about. All right, you guys take care. Have a good weekend.